friend and my hydro love. Um, oh, okay. So now we started, I think. I'm Wyatt Bears for the Hydro Warrior page, and I'm here with Dara Tanarello, my amazing and wonderful girlfriend, my hydro love. And we're here to kick off this amazing 7-hour live stream with a bunch of amazing information about hydrocephalus and kind of maybe share our story with it. Share our little love story. I think that'd be nice. What do you think, babe?
Yeah.
So let's tell them a little bit about our love story and our hydro love story to start off this really long event for HA.
Okay. Well, do you think we should tell them a little bit about our when we first got hydrocephalus and all that before we talk
Yeah.
about the conference? So you go first.
I was born with hydrocephalus. I was diagnosed at 11 days old. I had my first shunt placed at 20 days. I did not have a problem up until I was 12 when I had my first shunt revision. I almost died. I was a week away from death at my first shunt revision because all the doctors were saying, oh, there's nothing wrong with your shunt, don't worry. But I pulled out really well. There was some minor optical nerve damage with my right eye, but other than that, I'm really fine. And then a few years down the road, about midway through my junior year, I started having seizures, and they're like, "Oh, what's going on?" So I went to see my neurosurgeon, and lo and behold, my shunt failed again. So I had to have a full shunt revision this time, a tubing, shunt, everything, and that meant just more missing school, and I hated that. I just hated missing school, and then finally I came back to school, and I was like, finally, I'm back at school, and then I had a seizure in Spanish, and I had to get a third shunt revision exactly a month after that second one. And that's really my story with revisions and everything, but my story with hydrocephalus is the rest of my story is I am a member of the Teen Sick Charge Advisory Council. That started my
No.
beginning of my sophomore year.
In the bathroom. Where? In
And
the cabinet.
uh, I help advise teens with hydrocephalus, and I get to go to conferences, and that's really amazing. And I actually got to talk at the 12th National Conference on hydrocephalus for the Teen Sick Charge Advisory Council, which was really awesome. And that's actually where I met Dara for the first time and kind of fell in love at first sight with her. And that kind of leads into our love story a little bit. And then the 13th National Conference on Hydrocephalus, I didn't talk as much, but it still had a major impact on me, biological-wise and science-wise, because it just opened my mind to a bunch of new things in the hydrocephalus community. And that's really my story with hydrocephalus. So now it's your turn.
I think each time you go to the conferences, you learn how to get more and more involved, and you just learn more and more.
Yeah.
And you learn how you can help. Anyway, yeah. So you want me to tell my story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, I was diagnosed with hydrocephalus before I was born, and I don't know how many weeks old I was when I had my first shunt placed. But I had my first shunt placed, and then up until I was about 11 or 12, I had 6 revisions throughout that time period, and 2 shunt placements, so they had to redo the whole shunt. And I also started having seizures when I was 5. I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And I don't know. I don't know, Taylor, I'm on a live thing. I can't really. Anyway, so sorry. yeah, so I started having seizures when I was 5. I was diagnosed with epilepsy. And so I would have, like you, like I had seizures when I was in school when I was a kid, and they were trying out all different medicines. And um, I had to go in for a lot of tests in the hospital to figure out why I was having seizures. And when I was like 12, I started didn't have many seizures, and I was on medicine that worked for me. And now I rarely have any seizures, and it's come to the point where if I do have a seizure, it's when I'm asleep, which is good because, you know, especially since now I drive and you're not gonna have a seizure unless you're gonna be asleep at the wheel. You're not gonna have a seizure. Well, I'm not gonna have a seizure when I'm driving, so that's a good thing to know. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how far I've came. And luckily, I haven't had a revision in 7 years.
Now let's tell them a little bit about our love story. I guess
Right.
you can tell. You can start first, babe.
Um. Well, I don't know how much detail you want to get into and whatnot, but when when I went to the 12th National Conference, Hydrocephalus Conference in DC, I didn't like it didn't I kind of thought that I was kind of the only one my age. I didn't really know anybody and anybody like from HA that had hydrocephalus that was my age, like a teenager. Um, like we have friends from Tennessee, but she's like 21 or 22. So anyway, so I went and I didn't even know that like Teens Take Charge existed, and then I met all my friends from Teens Take Charge, and I met you, and I met Lexi, and Leah, and I, got involved with all you guys, and Madison, and Nicole's sister, and um, anyway, yeah, so, and then I met you, um, and I fell in love with you, and then you told me you were from California, and I said, oh no, and you said, oh no, and then we decided not to date or do anything because we live so far away. And should I talk about Mal and no?
We can say that we dated other people. We dated. Uh, Both of us dated other people, and then uh, for 2 years, for the 2 years that passed between the two conferences,
Like a year and a half.
for the year and a half that passed between the two conferences, and
Yeah.
um, then we broke up with those two people, and we actually found each other again, and we started dating each other,
Yeah.
and we've kind of been hopelessly in love ever since, and we both
Yeah.
have hydrocephalus, and I think that's a really cute and amazing story to begin with.
And we both know, like, we both support each other because we know exactly what we're both going through. Like, and if you're gonna be with somebody who doesn't, which was the case for both of us, they didn't support us, and it, it they didn't understand it, and just not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we both know each other really well.
So, the Hydrocephalus Association did post a question today, and I already posted a video on Twitter. You know, um, and the question is, um, what has hydrocephalus taught me? Or finish the sentence, hydrocephalus has taught me blank. And I posted a video already today, um, saying what hydrocephalus taught me. But what has hydrocephalus taught you?
Hydrocephalus has taught me to be a strong person and to accept everybody for who they are and not try and change other people because you can't. They are who they are, and you have to accept them for who they are. And I just try and support all my friends, whether they have a medical condition or not. I try and support them in the way that I can because I know that I would want the same from them
Mm-hmm.
with my hydrocephalus.
That is a very good response. I think that's the best kind of idea of what we kind of want out of this. And really, the best idea what we can do is stay strong as a community. So, I mean, look at me and you. We're a couple with hydrocephalus. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if there's anyone else out there that is a couple with hydrocephalus, but there is. Hopefully, they're watching this and they're like, "Oh, that's adorable." They're like us when we were young, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, uh, oh, we have one viewer. Somebody's watching. That's awesome. I wonder who's watching. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
If you're watching, post a question. I want to know who you are. That's very awesome. Um, very awesome. Um, but with all of your experiences with hydrocephalus, was there any feeling of like that you couldn't like escape? That you felt like this is like the worst thing ever, or like?
I just felt like I felt like I didn't know anybody else with hydrocephalus, especially when I was a kid, and I felt like I was this person with this really rare disease, and like you couldn't, there was nobody else who had it, then you couldn't relate to anybody else who had it, and at that time I felt like alone, and nobody could understand what I was going through with my seizures and headaches, and like I remember when I was in elementary school, I used to go to school,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the worst. Elementary school was like the worst for me because I was on medicine for my seizures, and I was going, and on top of that, I wasn't like I was going in back and forth for surgeries, every year or two or whatnot, and I used to cry every single day in school. I don't know why. I just remember it. I used to cry. I'm pretty sure it was because of the medication I was on, but I just like I couldn't control it, and it just felt like I wish I could be one of those kids who didn't have to deal with taking medicine and could just go through the whole day of school without crying and going to the nurse.
Mm-hmm.
And that experience made me feel like I wasn't normal and that nobody could really help or relate, especially at such a young age because your friends, they're young, you're a kid. You just know about having fun.
Yeah, they just want to do and play games and stuff, and you're like, I have this medical condition,
Yeah. Or I have a splitting headache and I'm crying and I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing. Like when I was 12, I just didn't know what to do because I'd never had a headache before, and then I had a headache that lasted literally 3 months.
Yeah.
It was debilitating and made me just fall to pieces every day. And being a person that never had a headache before, I was just like, oh, this is terrible.
Mm.
Um, and the entire 3 months I was gone, and then the 2 months I was gone for the surgery, people thought I was dead. That's nice. And it also showed me that people will bully you a little bit. And also, I was bullied before that, before people knew that I had a medical condition. So it just made me a little angry.
Yeah, that's never fun. And but with bullying, I've learned that you need to like I didn't luckily, I didn't have as bad an experience as you did, but I remember one day when I was in middle school, elementary school, I didn't have any problems. In middle school, like, I was always honest with people about my condition, saying that I have hydrocephalus, I have a shunt, and they're, well, what's a shunt? Um, and there was a kid on my bus, and I was going home from school one day, and my friend who I had known since kindergarten knew about it, and she understood, because she remembered me going to the nurse, blah, 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 and being out from surgeries. Um, so she understood it, and she didn't judge me or anything. She accepted me for who I was, and then I told this kid on my bus, well, uh, I don't remember why I have hydrocephalus, and he's like, oh, what's that? And I was like, well, it's a shunt, and it's a thing, it's a bump on your head, and it drains fluid, excess fluid. And every day I would get on the bus home from school after that day, and he would just like make fun of me. I try not to remember what he actually said, but luckily my mom knew his mom and was able to talk to her and tell him that that's not right. But
Good
it's
idea.
hard. It's really hard.
It's a very. I don't like when people are just cruel to people.
Yeah.
It's not a nice thing to do to people. It's not a nice thing to say.
Yeah.
Um, when I was called what was I called? It was such a cruel name. I hated it.
That's
Um,
why you try not to remember it.
just try to not to remember because it's such a
Yeah.
mean
Try not
name.
to remember those things. Don't.
Um,
We'll just say bad names.
it was knobby-headed freak. Oh, Madeline just joined us.
Yay.
Um, and I was called a knobby-headed freak by a guy named Jake Davis, and it just made me very angry. I mean, I just didn't expect it, and because I told him about it, and I was very vocal about my hydrocephalus.
Right.
And he was like, "You knobby-headed freak." I'm like, "Jeez."
Mhm.
So it just made me very angry uh, about it, but I kind of try to explain to him how hard it was with living with hydrocephalus. So, um, yeah,
And I think it's just like surprises me because it's not one of those super rare conditions, and no nobody knows about it.
yeah,
Unless you have a family member, and unless you have a family member who's had hydrocephalus, like all my family knows about it. And they are the people who know about it. All your family, they are the people who know about it. But other than that, nobody who walks on the street who knows what I don't know what diabetes is or something. Nothing against that, but they know what that is, but they don't know what hydrocephalus is.
exactly.
And it's the most common reason for brain surgery in kids, newborns.
Exactly.
But do you mind if I go? I'll be back on later. Is
Okay, I
that
understand
okay?
you have to do something, so
Yeah, I have to run out. But
I understand.
yeah, okay. But do I just press end and then
Yeah,
they become? Okay. All right. Bye.
bye. Hey, Madeline, and
Hey.
for our one viewer, Madeline Durwich is now just joining us. And what me and Dara were just talking about, we talked about her story a little bit. Because she was the second vlog we did, so we touched back upon her story, and we actually did my story a little bit. And we talked about our kind of gooey romantic love story with hydrocephalus. Um, and we also talked about a little bit of unbullying with hydrocephalus. So we haven't had any questions yet because I have the question thing open, and I sent Danielle Padron an invitation, and same with Amanda. But this is a 7-hour long thing, so
Yeah.
hopefully somebody hopefully we will garnish more viewers, and HA will be like, "Oh, you should go watch this thing. It's something cool."
Yeah.
Um, but did you? If you didn't see, HA, the first thing I want to talk about is HA posted a thing for their video blog for today is Video Friday, and that's why I'm doing this because I can't do those short videos like everyone else with a fancy phone.
No, you can't do it off a phone. It's Twitter that's really annoying. I've been trying it all day. I can't do it because, like, Twitter will not let you upload videos, period. And
I think Amanda sent out a thing that
yeah, I looked at that, and then I went to one of the sites, but it was all in, like, some different language, like Dutch or something.
that's weird.
Yeah. I've literally been trying all day since I woke up.
Um, but since I can't do that, I'm decided to do this gigantic, massive 7-hour live stream with a bunch.
Well, that's a really good idea. I think it's really cool.
And so I'm asking everyone that comes on the question that HA posted. What has Hydrocephalus taught you? Or Hydrocephalus has taught me blank.
Well, because I had an answer planned out for the video, so I'm ready to answer this actually.
Thing, then.
So, it's taught me to be more empathetic and more understanding of people and less judgmental because a lot of the things I go through, people can't see. It's not visible, like, on the surface. So, I mean, I'm going through this stuff, but you never know, like, what other people are going through, like, behind closed doors. So it's taught me that you can't just really judge someone, you know, by the outside. Because we're all probably going through stuff that you can't see, and so yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I just thought that would be a nice thing to kick off with because
Yeah.
that was the question of Video Friday. I'm very curious on who our one viewer is, and I hope that they post a question or can figure out how to post a question. I don't know how this thing works. But I hope they're enjoying watching this.
Oh, you don't like know who the viewers are? You can't like tell?
It doesn't tell me what the viewer is, but it's because this is going live. It's on live on YouTube right now. So
Oh, okay.
probably if I went to YouTube in a different tab, it'd probably show us watching right now, and I'd be that
Okay.
second viewer. But I have so to recap on your story, just summarize your story just a little bit for us because your story was, I believe, the third video blog we did for the Hydro Warrior page.
Okay. So I was diagnosed at 15 weeks gestation, and I actually have a twin brother who doesn't have hydro. He's fine, and it was only me that had it, and they so then fast forward a little bit, like they monitored the fluid like twice or like once every 2 weeks or something, I think, like through sonograms, like for my mom. And so we were born, and then I had my first shunt when I was 15 days, and then since then I've had 6 revisions, and my last one was 8 years ago, so doing good.
That is really good. It's always
Yep.
good to not have anything happen for a long period of time. So
Yeah. I
always the
mean,
best thing. And
because out of the 7 brain surgeries I've had, I only remember one of them because I was too young to remember the rest of them. So, I mean, I wasn't even 4 when I had the other 6. So,
wow. When I had mine, I was old enough to remember, and when I remember just being kind of afraid and just being a little bit anxious. I remember also kind of being, it's just the feeling of, oh my gosh, I have a medical condition, because when I was 12, I completely forgot that I had hydrocephalus. It's like that feeling of, oh my gosh, I have this.
Mhm.
And I think Ashley can say the same thing because she had her first shunt revision when she was 17. So it's just this crazy thing that happens when you're like older and you have your first shunt revision where you're like, ugh, I have a medical condition again. And that's sometimes what happens with hydrocephalus when you're really fortunate like me and you and Ashley and Dara, where it doesn't really have a prevalent thing and you're like, ah. So
Yeah, 'cause even like when I had my last one, I was 11 and it still didn't really resonate with me. Honestly, it didn't really resonate until probably high school because like even though I haven't had a revision in a long time, I still have certain like effects from it, and so that's when those really kicked in was high school. So I mean like that's really when it kicked in with me that so.
yeah. I mean, really, in high school is when I became an advocate, but before that, I wasn't really anything. I was like,
Yeah,
I have
me
this,
too.
I have a medical condition.
Mhm.
Like, that's really how I felt. I was like, I have a medical condition. And
Yeah.
that's how I treated it. I was like, I have a
Mhm.
medical condition. And people, even when I brought it up, I was like, I told them I have a medical condition, and they were like, what's hydrocephalus? And all snooty, because they didn't know what hydrocephalus was. So, um, and that's the problem most of the time. Like, when you're a kid,
Uh-huh.
you don't know what your condition is unless you
Yeah.
study it. And that's why, as teenagers, you really have to study and research hydrocephalus, and so you can become an advocate.
Mhm.
And that's why we're so lucky to have Teens Take Charge now, is because
Yeah.
we can become advocates ourselves and have people around now, or be the people now that can teach younger generations about our condition and say, well, this is what happens, guys.
Mhm.
So I think that's why I I love Teens Take Charge for that, because we can now be the advocates for our younger generation
Yeah.
and teach them, like, because that was like my main problem, I think, as a kid, that I didn't know what HA was and I didn't know really what my condition was. So
Right.
that's why I love HA and Teen State Charge now, because they're so active everywhere now, and that's why
Yeah.
I'm such an advocate with them. So yeah, I hope this goes well, though. I mean, it's 7 hours long.
Mhm.
I'm trying to get as many people to join as possible. So, um, how's school going for you?
Well, I'm home now because it was for 6 weeks the summer session, and I'm home, and I go back in like a couple days, at like the beginning of next week, and It was an adjustment because it's like 4 hours from my home, and it was hard because like I didn't tell anybody about hydrocephalus just because like my roommates weren't, I don't know, they weren't like the best roommates. It's really complicated story, but anyways, I didn't tell anybody because like I knew I'd be fine. It was only 6 weeks, but for fall I'm gonna like tell my roommates and stuff. So hopefully that'll go well because like I always dread telling people about it because like that's the annoying thing is having to explain it like 50 times because people don't know what it is. I mean, that gets on my nerves, and I think that we, just got to get the word out there of what it is, and I don't know, it just bothers me that people don't know what it is. They don't understand, and oh, it drives me nuts. Like,
Yeah,
seriously.
that's really the big problem. Is
Yeah.
people just, and they don't really care to know. You know, that's
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's just another medical condition.
Yeah. See,
And
'cause like I got lucky in high school 'cause I didn't even tell people till like my senior year, and they were all like super nice about it, and they all actually wanted to learn about it, which was awesome. So that was really cool, and then I've got them retweeting tweets, so that's really good.
that is really good. And I think the Ellen project is actually is going really well,
Yeah.
for that matter. So, and in high school for me, um, pretty much everyone knew because every year in the health classes and everything I did this gigantic lecture on hydrocephalus.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So everyone pretty much knew that I had hydrocephalus, and if they had any questions about it afterwards, they would come talk to me. Like they thought it was awesome. They were like, oh, this is really informative, and especially when I started bringing cupcakes in, they were like, oh, this is even better. So um, when I started becoming an advocate for my condition, I really wanted to make an impact, and that's really, I think, like what everyone should think in their head is, then when you want to become an advocate, you really want to make an
Yeah.
impact. Like, I'm taking on a lot of responsibility this next year I'm becoming the community network chair for NorCal.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
My
so
mom is
cool.
going to be starting a walk for Chico.
Awesome.
Um, I'm going to try to do a lot of fundraising for HA for the next 2 years. And it might be because I want a lot of those ribbons at the conference on my name tag. So, not
I
just,
just want to be able to go to the next conference.
yeah, it's, I was able to go because my college, it doesn't have, well, um, it does have summer classes, but
Mhm.
when um, it does have summer classes, but it doesn't, you don't have to go to them because it's community college.
Yeah, 'cause like for me, in Florida, you're required to do like a certain number of like hours in the summer. So I figured, why don't I do them now my freshman year so I get adjusted and everything. So that's why I did them now, since we have to.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm going 2 years to a community college, Butte Community College, which is an amazing, probably the best one in the state. And then I'm transferring up to a university, so
Okay.
to a UC, probably Humboldt State University or San Francisco University of California, so CFCU. So hopefully, and that's to probably pursue a degree in law or a degree in biology. So hopefully either, and I would just really want to help people. So
Yeah.
yeah. Let me see. Um. Um. Were you ever bullied in high school because of your condition? Like when they found out, did they bully you?
I was never bullied at all. I actually had like a really amazing experience in high school because like eventually I told my entire like senior class like they all knew um by like senior year because I went up in front of like because we had this like one thing where like all the seniors get in the gym and people would tell like some personal like stories, and I hate public speaking to begin with, but I kind of realized that like my class needs to know that I'm not standoffish because I'm like really 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 quiet and like have a lot of social issues, and I wanted to just clear that up, that I wasn't standoffish, that I did like people. So I actually did went up in front of all 300 or whatever kids in my grade and basically talked a little bit about it. And the response that I got afterwards was honestly amazing. I mean, they were all so nice, and I've had people that I barely even talked to in high school retweeting some of these tweets, so to see that is really awesome.
That is definitely really awesome. Um, it really takes me a lot to actually have people retweet stuff of mine about hydrocephalus from high school, because even some of my good friends, they're that I personally knew that I would call like best friends. They're not even really retweeting for me. So
Yeah, I've had people doing it, but I've been a pain. I've tweeted so many reminder tweets. I mean, you've probably even seen them. I've tweeted like
yeah,
3 reminder tweets. I've put like 3 things on Facebook. And at first I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Maybe it's really annoying. And then I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm doing this for a really good cause, and so I'm gonna do it anyway.
yeah. When you're doing something for a good cause, you're driven. So,
Yeah, exactly.
and that's really the best part about it. When you're driven for something, you can really do it for hours, and that's why I'm doing this. I'm driven by it, so I'm going to try to do this as long as I can. And hopefully, I can get a lot of people to join in and help with it. Because Danielle actually wants to do it, but I'm trying to get her online right now. Because I sent her a thing, but I don't know if it's working. And I don't know if I would love for Nicole to join as well. Um, but I don't know if she's at work or anything like that. So hopefully everything turns out really well.
Yeah. I mean,
I
'cause
mean,
like having this entire like project with tweeting and everything, it honestly came at a perfect time 'cause like I was really really lonely those 6 weeks in college, and like it was really hard. I'm not gonna lie. It sucked. It was hard, and people don't understand anything, and so I was really glad to have this project to focus on and just to have like a purpose and something that I'm really passionate about, and I could put like my extra energy into that, the energy I wasn't putting into studying and all that, I could put it into something really positive.
mhm. Um, and that's awesome. that you can do that.
Yeah. Because I was so proud of myself. Like the week that I was studying for finals, it was on social media like 24/7 because I was tweeting and retweeting stuff. And so in between studying and doing all that, I still did well in my first two classes. So all good.
Yeah, I remember it's just, for the most part, this whole thing was all new to me. And I was just like, it was really hard to do because I just didn't know what to do, because Twitter was all new to me, Instagram is all new to me.
Me too. Trust me.
I was so confused. And I just was so confused on the entire concept of everything.
I know. Me too.
But you really got to learn. I think that's one of the things they're trying to help us do with this whole thing, is they're trying to help us and become better advocates by having us learn social media, because Amanda and Jen and everybody else are all doing this, and they're a lot older than us. Also,
Yeah.
big shout out to Jen Bacard Johnson. She just had her 103rd surgery.
Oh my God, she did?
She did.
Oh my
I found out
God.
today.
Oh my God.
We wish her well, and hopefully she recovers quickly, and she stays healthy. And if she watches this, hopefully we wish you well, Jen, and everything goes well. So, yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I feel
I
really
found out
bad.
today.
Oh my God. Oh, I mean, to go through all that.
Yeah. It is really going through. I've only gone through 3 revisions, and going through 103, that is just crazy.
Oh, I know. I can't even imagine that. I mean, that's just amazing, honestly.
It's just an insane idea of how.
I know.
It shows how strong her will is,
Oh,
and how
yeah.
strong she is. Hopefully, we can. Hopefully, they find a cure soon, so she doesn't
Yeah.
have to go through any more surgeries.
I know. It's terrible. Like, it's not fair. I mean, for her to have to go through all that.
Yeah, it's a terrible, terrible thing. So, could you excuse me 1 second?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
So I'm lucky enough tonight, later on tonight, it won't be part of the live stream sadly, but I'm gonna be able to interview Sarah Renneman. If you don't know who that is, she um, is the creator of Hydro Girl,
Okay.
and I'm very lucky to do that because I love the Hydro Girl comics. They're so cool. I love that our community is able to have a superhero.
Mhm.
It's actually kind of an inspiration to me. I mean, I love all the stuff she does, and it's just so cool. I mean, just a superhero is just the coolest way to show our condition, and she's kind of inspired me in the sense of writing my own short stories and everything, because I've written allegorical stories of people with curses and that are similar to Hydrocephalus, and Hydro Girl kind of inspired those. So it was just a pretty amazing thing to see um, someone make a superhero out of our condition.
Yeah. That's really cool.
So hopefully that interview goes really well.
I'm sure it will.
I mean, if that goes well, I really hope to eventually um, uh, interview other people, like other famous people in our community, like maybe uh, I don't know, like maybe I can interview um, Gabby Giffords. That'd be
Yeah. That'd be
probably
really
really
cool.
really awesome, but probably really hard to do.
Yeah. But it's not impossible. I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. So,
That's true. Um, but yeah, I mean, all you have to do is really hope and pray about things.
yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully everything goes well. Um, and everything can work out for the best. Where? Trying to figure out this. Um, paste. Invite. See, I'm trying to get everybody on. It's very hard. What courses are you taking?
I'm gonna be taking composition 2. I'm majoring in education, so I'm taking like an intro to diversity for educators. It's an education course. And then I'm taking some elective, it's called like university success or something like that, and then like something else. What about you?
I'm taking Math 108, which is kind of a lower level math class. And I'm taking the highest English you can take, which is like a graduation level English
Awesome.
course. Well, it's like a bachelor's level English.
Okay.
And I'm taking intro biology, and I'm taking adaptive PE. So that's what I'm taking this semester, but next semester I'm going to take pre-law, anatomy, the next level math that I have to take, and creative writing.
Yeah, I hate math. I really do.
It's a very hard subject for people with hydrocephalus. So,
I know. Yeah.
People with hydrocephalus, usually it seems like math is kind of a harder subject for people with hydrocephalus.
Yeah, it does seem that way.
And that's what I've seen, because I've experienced that, and that's what everyone else has been telling me.
Yeah.
And I think there's also an entire article about it too. But I'm not exactly sure. Because I've been trying to find more about social symptoms in hydrocephalus, but not many people have really researched the subject, and I think that's something that should be researched.
Oh, I think so too, definitely. It should be.
Because I've seen a lot of commonalities, like short-term memory and repetition of speech and stuff. Yeah, like a lot of people with hydrocephalus will like stutter. So there's a lot of repetition in social standards. Well, in social actions with people with hydrocephalus.
Yeah.
So therein lies the question of are there similarities, or is this just somebody that is, or does it just happen? Or is this somebody that is just acting like this? You know, because you never know if it's just similarities or it's just random occurrences.
Yeah.
Because if it's just random occurrences, that's just really weird.
I know.
Hopefully it's not just random occurrences. That'd just be strange.
Yeah.
Questions. Nobody's watching. It's like it's really disappointing. Like,
Aww.
oh, we have passed the 1 hour mark. At least we passed the 1 hour mark. That's good, at least. Because I was worried that we wouldn't even pass that. I'm super nervous about doing this, so. Because I'm trying to get Amanda on here, and I'm trying to get a bunch of different people to ask questions and watch. But it seems like no one wants to watch.
Aww. Come on, people, watch.
Question, ask questions on YouTube. Watch live on YouTube. I wonder my channel. On YouTube. Watch. Yep, it's live. Just a tad bit delayed. The live stream and ask questions. Click this link right here. Sales page. Oops. Watch the bang. There we go. All I had to do is send links out. I put up links on the Hydroid page, on my Facebook page, and on my Twitter page. So hopefully everyone sees it. And watch now. And ask questions, because that's what I asked. I asked people to watch and ask questions. And for the one on the Twitter page, I said, please, I put it at Hydrocephalus Association. So hopefully Hydrocephalus Association will share it, or send somebody like Amanda, because I've been trying to invite Amanda to it, to the conversation. Hopefully this works.
Yeah.
But what? Marissa!
Hey!
And now if you're just joining us, which there's no viewers currently, but Marissa,
Hang on, I can't. What? Say that again. I couldn't hear you.
okay, there are no viewers currently, but hopefully there will be soon because I posted a link to the live stream event everywhere. Oh, there's one viewer. To our one viewer that is joining us now, Wax, and here's that she's in a car.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know. Why? I'm only gonna be able to stay for like 20 minutes or so.
oh, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, cool. Just FYI.
So we've been starting off with HA posted a question on their Twitter page, and I think they posted on their Facebook page as well. Because today is video day for the LN campaign. And they posted saying, Hydrocephalus has taught me blank. And I said this to Madeline and I said this to Dara before. What has Hydrocephalus taught you?
Whew. Oh, that's a tough question. I think hydrocephalus has taught me that my struggles don't define me. They don't make me. They're not who I am. They're a part of me, but they're not what I define myself to be. And I feel like having dealt with hydro and everything that I've had to endure because of it, I've sort of learned the hard way that my struggles don't define me. They're not. They've only partially shaped who I am. They're not entirely me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I think what hydrocephalus has taught me, definitely.
Have you, like, since we've never done a vlog with you, can you tell us a little bit of summarization of your story with hydrocephalus, since the Hydro Warrior page has never done a vlog with you?
Yeah. So I was diagnosed at 4 days old, and I had my first VP shunt put in at 10 days old. And since then, I've had about, give or take, 30 surgeries. I had 2 weeks before I started my freshman year of high school. Hang on one second. I had surgery 2 weeks before I started my freshman year of high school, and in 2010, and that was tough, you know, because I didn't know anybody. And I was going into a new school, and it was just, that was probably one of the toughest ones. And then I had 2 surgeries in 2012, one in April and one in November, and that was a very tough year for me because I missed over 5 months of school, and because of that, I'm now taking a second senior year, so I'm not in college yet.
That is always a tough thing.
Yeah, definitely, but at the same time, I don't let it knock me down completely. I let it knock me down, and then I get right back up, so.
Awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I can't let it keep me from doing and living my life, so I learned how to live with it.
has anyone ever bullied you? Because we also kind of touched up on that a little bit.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I've had my fair share of being bullied because of my hydrocephalus. Definitely. When I was in elementary school, I had to wear a wig because I had had surgery. And there was this group of girls that were always mean to me. And one of the girls, one day, it was raining. Or no, I think it had been raining. And then it was the next day. And then it was sunny out and whatnot. And the girl came up to me and took my wig off my head and threw it in the one pile of mud that was on the playground. And I had to run across while everybody else was playing, grab my wig, and run into the bathroom and try and get all of the mud out. And that was tough because I was in 4th grade, so let's say I was about 9, I was about 8, 9, or 10, somewhere around there. And that was probably one of the most traumatic bullying. That was probably one of the most traumatic bullying experiences I've had due to hydrocephalus. Definitely, definitely. And then there's always, the cancer rumors, the rumors that I'm dying, or the rumors that I have, a brain, But I mean, after a while, I've kind of learned to tune it out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know the truth and I know what actually happened and I know what my life consists of, and anybody who says differently, go for it. I don't care because I know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the best thing you can do. I mean, being a person that has been bullied with hydrocephalus as well, that's really the best thing.
That noise was loud.
Yeah, I mean, I know in 2012 I went to my first hydro conference, and that was a life-changing thing for me because up until then, I always thought that I was alone. I always thought that I was going through this alone. And when I went to the hydro conference and I met people like you, Wyatt, and Dara, and Olivia, and all sorts of other people, I learned that I'm not alone, and I learned that I'm not battling this alone. And I think that was the biggest step for me. That was the biggest sort of stepping stone for me, is learning that I'm not alone in this. I'm not the only one going through it. There are millions of people going through the exact same thing. We're just dealing with it in different ways. But in the same retrospect, we're all tied together because of one thing, and I feel like that makes us a family in the most twisted way. But at the same time, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what our community has to be, is a intertwined family to make sure we stay strong and be something that is more than just a few people talking about something. We have to be something that is a huge, interconnected thing, saying, we have this condition, we have to do something about it, and we have to find a cure, we have to do something to suppress it.
Exactly. And personally, I don't know if there will ever be a cure necessarily for hydrocephalus, but I do think that we can educate our doctors more, and we can educate the communities more and get the word out about hydrocephalus, because millions of people suffer with it, yet nobody knows it exists.
Exactly.
And that's the toughest part. So, I mean, and also with our people, with our service people, they're coming back from overseas with traumatic brain injuries such as hydrocephalus, and the doctors don't know how to treat it properly. They don't know what to do. They don't know the proper treatments, and we need to educate them. Where are the people that are willing to learn and help us? That's what we need, because it's such a wide range of people that are affected, from babies in utero to 80-year-old people and everything in between. you know, and we need to get people more educated, because I feel like once people get educated and we get the word out about hydrocephalus and about the current treatments we have, that's the first, which is only shunting and ETVs. You know, that's once we get the word out about that, hopefully we can find better treatments for it, you know, and more extensive treatments that could possibly have a less percentage of failure rates. Because,
Exactly.
you know, and I feel like that's very, very important, you know, because personally, the reason why I don't feel like there will necessarily be a cure, quote unquote, is because of the babies in utero. I don't necessarily think there is a way to prevent that necessarily, because we don't know who's going to be born prematurely or have a bleed in their brain, or you know, you don't know these things. So that's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily think there will be a cure, but we can educate our doctors, educate our nurses, and educate our teachers and our families and our friends and our neighbors about it, and start building this community, you know, and that we take a step and take a stance against getting better treatments. So
To our one viewer that's watching right now, you can ask any questions because we have a little question thing here. If you have any questions, our one viewer. I asked that.
Okay, I unfortunately have to go. But this was great chatting with you guys, and I really thank you for including me in this, Wyatt. I really do appreciate it. It meant a lot to me. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I hope it goes well.
And
Bye.
always, it's on until 7 p.m.
Oh yeah, I'll come back. I'll definitely come back, but I have to go for now. But I will be back.
Okay.
All right, bye guys.
Bye.
That was unexpected. I just didn't expect her to jump on. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, what she said made a lot of sense. We need to stay intertwined with all of the people and make sure we have this intertwined connecting network of. And I think the Hydrocephalus Association is really doing that a lot better now than they did before with the community networks. But we still don't have a lot in a lot of places. Like, I feel like in the South, there's not a walk in the South, and there's I don't think there's a walk. There's not a walk in like every state.
Right.
So I feel like there could be, or like a walk in vicinities, like like why not have a walk in Mississippi or another place like that? I mean,
yeah, because like I know in South Florida where I am, people will come from like Jacksonville or Orlando, and that's like 4 or 6 hours away. They'll come like down just for the walk because there aren't any other ones in Florida. And because I actually want to start one, like if I stay up where I am like after college in that area, I want to start one up there because the one down here is 4 hours away, and I'm gonna come down for it like for this year, but like when I'm done with college, if I'm staying up there, I want to start one up there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the best thing we can do is have a walk like in a lot of places
Yeah.
and have a lot more community networks. I mean,
Mhm.
there's more than like that's why I'm having. There used to be a community network in NorCal, but the woman that ran it stopped doing it.
Oh.
We decided. I decided to start it up because we need one.
Yeah, that's awesome though. Cause like we have one down here in South Florida, but it's not as active. I mean, they only meet like 3 times a year. I would like to see it maybe like every month. I mean, because the problem in Florida is that there's not really young people with it in Florida. Like, most of the people that go to those meetings are like older people that have NPH, which is fine. I would just, want to like interact though with like kids. I mean, and there's like some kids, but they're like younger, like
Mm-hmm.
10, like preteens. There's not really any like young adults or like teens with it here in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of like frustrating because I mean that's why I love Teens Take Charge, because I can communicate with people that understand what I'm going through, and but I just sometimes wish I could talk to people in person. So
Yeah, I mean that's one of the coolest things about Teen Sick Charges. You can have these teenagers that know what you're going through, and say, "Well, I'm a teenager, and you're a teenager, and you you feel uh, you feel more confident about yourself because you have found that person,
yeah,
a friend in that person, because they have the same thing as you." Like, until I met everyone at the conference and through Teen State Church, I didn't know anyone else with hydrocephalus.
I know, me either.
So it's like it's just an amazing thing HA is and TTC is. It's just so crazy and amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because like going off of what Marissa was saying earlier, I felt like I was alone too, like until I went to that conference in 2012. I mean, I did. I felt like so alone, and just meeting people that have been through the same things that I've been through and understand me, and I don't have to explain anything. That's honestly life-changing.
Mm-hmm. It's really the best thing that I think HA has ever done is give teenagers a voice, because I don't know if,
Oh yeah, definitely.
because we're in that crazy stage of life where we're transitioning from pediatric to adult care. We're kind of rebellious, rambunctious anyway, and
Uh-huh.
we want to rebel, but this gives us a way to meet other people with hydrocephalus that are our age, that are all across the country, that know what we're going through, that can help us out with it, and it's a really awesome thing to do.
It is. It really is.
Hopefully, hopefully they continue Teen Stick Charge and it gets just bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
The younger generation will eventually become teens. They're not going to be little kids forever. So, and hopefully eventually, we can have a new advisory council that me and you and Ashley and everybody else won't be on that advisory council anymore, and we can choose and make our own. We can choose who's on that council and make sure they're the very best of people
Yeah.
on that council. And I hope that that's true. I hope that it's the very best of people on the council. Like Nicole's little brother would be amazing. Nicole's little sister, I think, is going to probably become part of the council from what she's been doing with us on the task force with the Ellen Project, which I'm trying to get her on this call, but it seems not to be working very well. And I think really they started to take charge because it is just an amazing thing to do.
It is. It really is.
When you don't know where to go, but this one gives you a place to go, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know if that puts it anywhere else, but I think that's Jesus is a place where I can find myself and other people.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the coolest things about it, is that you can just find someone that's just like you and with a story that's like yours, and you're just like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
So but people are gonna ask, what are those weird noises in the background?
Did you get more viewers yet, or is there still only one viewer?
We have 2 viewers. We have officially 2 viewers.
Got another one.
We have 1 more viewer than previously, and I hope that they start asking questions. We can figure out how to ask questions, because I would love to answer questions from the viewers, because they can ask us questions. I don't know how, but they can ask us questions, I think, through comments on YouTube.
Come on, guys, ask questions.
Yeah, please ask questions, because I would love to answer questions from you guys. That'd be really awesome. It'd be really interesting to know what you have to ask. Even if you're a person with hypersomnia, just to know what you guys want to, just to find out what you guys want to know. You know, it's just a really intriguing thing to find out what other people with hydrocephalus want to ask you.
Yeah. Come on,
Um,
guys.
yeah,
Yeah,
just really curious on what
ask
you want to
questions.
ask. Um, and if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much, though, because this is just a really hard thing to do anyway. So, but please ask questions because we would really like to answer them. Questions. So, um, you are watching this on YouTube, thank you so much, though, because this is just a really hard thing to do anyway. So, but, I know who's watching. Desiree Bellman's watching, and she can't figure out Google Plus because I just checked the live stream and I watched the video. So Desiree Bellman's watching, I know that for sure, and she's one of the viewers. I know that because she commented on the video. Because she can't figure out um, she can figure out how to um, get on, but the bad thing is I have to invite everyone. And I just invited McGean and Desiree on to join us on the conversation. So, and I'm pretty sure that one of our viewers is Desiree because of the comment. And hopefully, I don't know how the questions work because I just saw a comment and it wasn't a question. So, if anyone can figure out how the questions work, message me on Facebook and tell me because I wanted to explain to people how the questions work because I want to know some questions.
Yeah, I'm technologically challenged. Like, just getting on here was, like, confusing. And learning Twitter, that was confusing too.
And Desiree, if you're watching, I just sent you an invitation on Google Plus to join the conversation. And also, McGean, I just sent you an invitation as well. Hopefully it's the right one. Because I think the other account for you is your email. So, but I'll send that invitation to you as well. So, and if anyone else is watching and they know how to work the questions, hopefully submit questions. And if you would like to join the conversation, just tweet at me, I guess, at Wyatt Bears on Twitter, or message me on Facebook at Wyatt Bears. I'm Wyatt Bears, so just message me on Facebook on Wyatt Bears, or tweet at me at Wyatt Bears, so you can join the conversation at any time. So because that'd be really fun. I would love to have a lot of different people join this conversation because it's on for 7 hours. I mean, it's going to be a long conversation either way you cut it. So, if you're any three of the people watching this video and you'd like to join the conversation, just message me on Facebook. I'm Wyatt Bears, and on Twitter I'm at Wyatt Bears. It's nothing really silly or goofy. It's really cut and paste. So, if you want to be on the conversation, just check it out, message me, and you can join. I'd love to have you guys on the conversation as soon as possible, because we're just trying to find some really awesome people, and if you want to be part of it, we're reaching our second hour of the live stream, just about, almost. And if you want, you can be part of it. Just like I said, just message me on Facebook or contact me on Twitter. So, because, like, a lot of people, a lot of different diverse stories in the hydrocephalus community. So hopefully people tweet at us and message us to get
Come
on.
on, people. You know you want to join the conversation. It's fun. Come on.
And I've been checking the live stream. People have been somewhat watching.
Come on, more people. You need to watch. People that were watching, tell your friends to watch.
Yeah.
Come on. You know you want to.
Because, like, okay. I sent an invitation to a good friend of ours, Ashley Snyder. I don't know if she's home or if she's watching. But hopefully she gets it. And I also sent one to McGean. Hopefully all these people join us.
Yeah.
I sent one to Lexi Rockula, and I told her that it was for the live stream. She didn't really respond back to that. So, trying to get as many people from the hydrocephalus community as possible. Okay. So, everyone who's watching, we're just kind of talking about hydrocephalus. This is for the hydrocephalus awareness for the Ellen Project. And the Ellen Project, we haven't really talked about that, have we? We should. The Ellen Project is an initiative that we gathered a task force for, which only a few people from the task force have actually kind of worked on. And we people from the task force are doing a social media blitz to try to get on the Ellen Show. And that's really to spread awareness for hydrocephalus. And we're doing this by tweeting, and we're doing this by saying stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Tumblr and all these different websites, because social media is a major part of everyone's daily life now. So when you really can work on social media and use that to your advantage, you can have it influence people. I mean, we're doing a really, really good job on the social media aspect of things. Because when you look at it, people use social media every day, and when they see something about hydrocephalus, they might be intrigued. They might say, what is that thing about hydrocephalus? And when a famous person sees that, they might be even more intrigued and might tell even more people. And when a famous person says something, more people pay attention, which is a sad thing. I mean, if I was Justin Timberlake making this video instead of me, I bet there would be 100,000 viewers instead of 2. Which, you 2 viewers are amazing.
Yes, you are.
Thank you so much for watching. I mean, I don't know who you are, but you guys are amazing for watching. And I wish that you could ask questions and figure out who this is, so I can figure out who you guys are. But I cannot figure out the question thing. So sadly, I don't know if I will ever know who you are. But I thank you again for tuning in to the live stream, because it means a lot to me that you guys would take time and watch this. Yeah, Desiree, if you're still watching, I've sent you an invitation to join the conversation. So hopefully you got that invitation and you're able to join. And if not, I am sending it again so you can join. Do you want to hear? You want to hear a lot of different stories? We want to hear a lot of cool people. and hear all these awesome people's stories, because that's really what this is all about. Excuse me for a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think the biggest day for the LM project that was most successful was the Hydra Selfie Day.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, we got so many people from the community to help out with that and work
Yeah.
together, and I mean, and that's just crazy to think that so many people came together and said, "This is me. This is a picture of me," and
I know.
so many of them were so beautiful.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy to see all those pictures and say, "Wow." It is just so amazing to see all of these people with hydrocephalus come together like this. And hopefully we can see that tomorrow with the Kaepernicking Day. I mean, that's really what we can hope for, is that a lot of people come together and watch this, hopefully, and hopefully we'll post videos of themselves and answering HA's question, and hopefully they'll post videos throughout the day, and hopefully tomorrow they'll post pictures of themselves Kaepernicking, so Colin Kaepernick will pay attention and retweet all of those things. That would be really, really awesome. Because, like I said before, he's a famous person, so that is a really crazy thing to think of, that a famous person would help us out.
Yeah. Because that's what we need, is like a celebrity to, like, you know, be a voice or an advocate or a spokesperson, because, like, there is no face or voice to hydrocephalus, and other medical conditions have, you know, like, famous spokespeople, and that's what we need. Like, that's why I think it's really important to get the word out there of what it is and everything else.
Yeah, I mean, Parkinson's has
Right. Michael J. Fox.
Fox, and a lot of celebrities back cancer, and
Yeah.
but no celebrity, a lot of celebrities don't even, probably won't, they used to say hydrocephalus. They're like, what does that mean?
Exactly.
I mean, when I was doing a booth at a fair,
Mhm.
I was like, hey, do you want to learn about hydrocephalus? And a guy was being a smart aleck and said, yeah, it means water in the brain. I don't know if he actually knew if he actually knew what hydrocephalus was, or if he knew Latin, but he was being real, like, said it in a really smart alecky tone. So
See, I cannot stand that. Like, don't do that, people. Don't be a smart aleck. This is our life. This is what we live with, and respect that.
exactly. That's really all we really need, is someone to back us up and
Exactly.
to really be an advocate for us
Mhm.
that people will listen to. Because a lot of time, someone won't listen to a little kid or an older person with hydrocephalus.
Or
And
even
that's the
just
problem.
like people with the condition, like they won't pay attention most likely because they've never heard of it. They're kind of just like ignorant. They don't want to learn about it and stuff. I mean, that's why I think it is really important to get, a celebrity or somebody to be an advocate or a voice for it, because we really do need that because people don't listen.
Exactly. I mean, that's really the best we can do.
Mhm.
So Desiree said that she would join us in a few minutes.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a quick glass of water real fast. I will be right back.
Okay.
Yes. Text her and ask. I'm not home. Thanks. There we go. Okay, so I just texted Danielle Padron, and hopefully she can get back to me on whether or not she can join the live stream as well.
Okay.
Hopefully, I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully Ashley can join later. She's not at her house right now, but she wants to, so hopefully later on she can join the live stream.
Okay. Because, yeah, we need more people.
Yeah. It's definitely easier to have a big conversation and have more people.
Yeah, than just the two of us.
Yeah. Hopefully, eventually Amanda will join in. So I've been trying to get Amanda to join. And I sent McGean an invitation as well. Okay, she must be part of it. Awesome. I'm going to be able... Wait, is it her birthday? Those few viewers are still hanging in there, even though we're not doing much. I was gonna say, I sent. Who else did we? I'm trying to think. Of who we could invite to the conversation. Can you think of anyone we could invite to the conversation?
I don't know. I mean, I think you've invited pretty much everybody there is. I mean, trying to think. Um,
And I know that Will is going to be on after 3, which is going to be good. Because he has school right now, so that's the problem.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's still in high
Wait,
school.
what time's it? Your time.
It is 2:10 my time.
Oh, okay. I get confused with all the different time zones.
Yeah.
Because right now it's 5:10 my time.
Yeah, Will said he would get out of school, and he said he would love to be part of this, so...
Okay.
And I
Now,
sent...
like, I have a question. Like, if I have to go, but I want to come back, like, how do I do that? Would you have to, like, invite me again, or, like, how does that work?
I think I would have to invite you again.
Because, like, I'll probably have to go soon, but I'll probably be, like, back. So, I didn't know how that would work.
Okay. Um... Okay, so I'm trying to get Kiara on because I don't know if she started school yet, so I'm trying to get her. Because I asked Lexi if she wanted to be part of it, but she didn't reply, so
Oh.
neither of them really talk though, so. Sorry, I'm going to visit my grandma right now. Okay. She said she's going to visit her grandma.
Oh.
Pretty alright, I mean. Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yep.
So, yeah. We have Desiree joining soon, and we have Danielle joining soon. Hopefully, thing works out.
Any more viewers?
No, we're still with 2, but they're holding strong.
Well, that's good that you didn't lose any. I mean, because it's better not to gain any than to lose them. I mean,
they're being very persistent and being very awesome.
yep, that's good.
About staying on here, and I salute them for that. Because it is very hard to stay on here. I mean, we're on our 2nd hour.
Yeah.
We have 5 hours to go.
Because what time does this go till?
Well, 7 o'clock my time.
Okay. So it's like 10 my time.
And then I have an interview at 10 p.m. my time with Sarah Renneman, the creator of Hydro Girl. Because she lives in Australia, so I want to accommodate her more so than accommodating me, because she's kind of a celebrity, so I'd rather accommodate her than accommodate me.
Yeah. I've been meaning to check it out. I haven't had a chance to. I've been really busy, but I gotta check that out.
I love her stuff. It's awesome, and she's really nice too. Like I was messaging her, and she's like buddy and mate. And I'm like, oh, that's super nice. That's super nice. Like I didn't expect her to say that stuff. I'm like, oh wow, you're super nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Just because you know, she was like super nice, and I didn't expect that, but I'm very excited to be interviewing her because she is a personal hero of mine. So, I mean, it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be really awesome. I hope I don't mess it up.
You won't. Don't worry. Don't freak out.
I think these past few video blogs I've done better with everything. So
Cause are you gonna put that like interview up later on, like on YouTube, so that people can see it?
I am, because that's gonna be later on, so it's gonna be separate from this.
Okay, cause like I want to watch it.
It's gonna be a separate video, and this is gonna be. Wait. Somebody has joined us. Hello, Desiree. Hello. Desiree? Are you there? Doesn't have a webcam. This might not work. Desiree, are you there? Ah, we see you now. Can you see us? Hello? Desiree? Hear her. I can see her. Can you hear us? See us? Desiree, can you hear us and see us?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, can you hear us? Desiree?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yep.
Hear her. I can see her. Can you hear us? See us?
I can see y'all. Just,
Can you hear us and see us?
I can hear and see y'all. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you fine. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all, I think. Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yep.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. We're able to hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all.
Okay, then we're fine.
I can see y'all.
If you can hear us and see us, and we can hear you and see you,
Like
that's
a
fine.
major
Everything works.
in bed.
I can hear and see y'all. Can y'all hear me?
We can hear you. That's fine.
There is a major delay in the sound.
I can hear y'all, I think.
Do you have the live stream up? Make sure the live stream's not up, because it's like a radio.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, can you hear us?
Why was it going on? Yeah, we can hear you. We're able to hear you. Can you hear us?
I can hear y'all.
Okay, then we're fine.
I can see y'all.
If you can hear us, yes, we can hear you and see you,
Like
that's
a
fine.
major
Everything works.
in bed. Can you hear us and see us? I can hear and see y'all. Can y'all hear me? We can hear us.
There is a major delay in the sound.
I can hear y'all, I think.
Do you have the live stream up? Make sure the live stream's not up, because it's like a radio.
Can y'all hear me?
I can go and come back.
Huh?
I can go and come back.
Go where?
Yeah. I can come back to this.
Lucas.
It's so hot.
Okay. That was the problem. You were on YouTube still, and it was that noise that was the delay in sound. If you're on YouTube, it's like a radio, where you can hear us, but then YouTube just plays it 10 seconds later. And that's the problem, is YouTube plays it 10 seconds after we say, that's the problem with the YouTube live stream. Like we're having a conversation, but it goes 10 seconds behind us.
Yeah, like I was hearing like an echo thing.
So, can you hear us now, though? Like, if you can't hear me, like, message me on Facebook. That's weird. So if you can't hear without control room. Okay. Hopefully this will fix it. As guest joins, hide their audio and video from my broadcast. Broadcast large video that I see my audience and hide the other new guests in my large 3+ broadcasts are muted when they join. Yeah. Okay, that should fix everything. I think I just fixed it, so. It's not letting me join. I'm sorry, it says password is wrong. I would love to stream. Sorry. Password is wrong. I don't need a password. How much is that list? Hey Wyatt, how have you been? If it's okay with you, I'd like to. The live stream. Okay, so let's go back to set mail.
Wyatt, I actually have to go, but I'll probably be back on.
Okay.
Alright, so bye, but most likely I'll be back on in a couple hours, so.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Well, 2 viewers. It's just me. Oh, hey Desiree. I didn't see you. I just. Okay, so wait a minute. Who's that?
Is it fixed?
Can you hear me? Because I can hear you. Let me go. Cameraman. Control. Why can't she hear me? That's so weird. I don't think it worked. Can you still not hear me? That's weird. Why did this? Hello, Dara.
Hey,
Hey, can you hear me?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, because Desiree is having problems hearing us, so.
Yeah, wait. Oh, geez. Something just popped up saying something like your microphone is not working, something. But if you can hear me, then obviously it's working.
I can hear you fine.
Can
And
he
I
shoot
can hear Desiree, she just can't hear us.
Oh.
It says I need to sign into my good account.
Uh,
I wonder what's going on. It's weird that she can't hear us, but we can hear her.
maybe maybe she doesn't have her sound on?
Maybe I'm trying to figure out. Like, I have the control room thing up, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I wish I could help, but I don't know.
Because Madeline just left, and she won't be back for a couple of hours, so I'm trying to get a lot of people and trying to figure out everything, but I don't know what's going on with Desiree's computer, because her speakers seem to be fine when she's hearing it through YouTube, but with this, it's nothing. Weird.
Oh, I don't know. You're frozen, I
I'm
think.
frozen?
Oh, never mind, you're not.
Oh! Where'd you go?
I don't know.
Not going good, babe.
It's okay. It's okay. Something is better than nothing at all.
That's true. Oh, wait,
Oh,
Desiree's back.
there she goes.
Yeah, I'm trying. Hopefully, Ashley will be able to join a little
Wait,
bit later on.
aren't you only going to be on for another hour?
I'm being on until 7.
So, oh, 7 your time.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you hear us now, Desiree? Like, we can hear her. I can hear her,
Yeah.
but she can't hear us. That's the weird part.
Maybe her microphones aren't on.
Well, that's the thing. The microphone would be on because we can hear her.
No, maybe her sound isn't on. Maybe her sound needs to be turned up.
Maybe.
Message her that or something.
So how is shopping with your granddad?
I'm good. He's in a... Uh-oh.
Can you hear us now? Take that as a no.
Uh-oh. Oh! I just saw... Can she hear us now? I just saw a thing that came up, and it was like a little mic thing. That... I don't know.
All my sound settings are as loud as they'll go. That's really weird.
Uh...
Well, we can hear you, but you can't hear us. That's just weird that we can hear her, but she can't hear us.
That's really weird. I've used Google Plus Hangouts before. It's never done this.
Yeah, we can hear you perfectly fine. Okay. So we're not twiddling our thumbs. Desiree? Oh, can't hear me. Tell us your story since we can hear you.
How about you just message her and she could talk? Or she can message you and you could say what she messaged you?
That's what I just said. I said, tell us your story since we can hear you.
Well, what should I say? Well, I was diagnosed at, I think, 6 weeks. I was born 9 weeks early, so the doctors were able to catch it early. I've made it over 20 years with living with it, and I've only had one major problem. I had a shunt infection for my 7th birthday. So I was in the hospital for about 10 days. Other than a few minor things, I haven't really had any problems with it. I don't know what else to say.
Hmm.
Why? Maybe like, wait, she can hear us, or she can't hear us.
Can hear us?
She can hear us.
No.
Let's
Oh, message her saying something like, "What's the
Living with
hardest?"
hydrocephalus has taught me that I can't be afraid of the what ifs. I can't be worrying all the time about what might happen when my next time in the hospital will be. I have to, keep pushing on. Not really. There was an instance where, because I don't drive yet, some boys that were younger than me, I think I was maybe first or second year of college, and they were still in high school. They were starting to irritate me about my not being able to drive yet. But see, that's part of the hydrocephalus. Because I have it, it makes it tougher for me to learn how to drive, and they wouldn't really let me explain why I couldn't drive yet. So before I ended up doing something highly regrettable, I just walked away.
That is a good decision. Um,
Oh yeah, big time. The math courses that I've been taking in college, the hydrocephalus has made it especially hard to like keep up with the various formulas and things that you have to memorize, like for college algebra and a few other things. I've it's from grade school to high school. My mom has really been the one to tell people that I have something different with me, that I need special accommodations. But I'm in college now, and I'm learning to take responsibility and tell people that I have hydrocephalus, and alert my teachers that I do need accommodations. Like on tests, I may need some longer test taking time. I don't have a love life. But sometimes I do wonder, like, if I ever do, and if I do ever do have a boyfriend, how will they react to my having hydrocephalus? And how would that, affect my relationship with them? And that's really about all I have on that subject.
um,
Besides the Twitter thing, I have told like friends, like at school and at church. I wear, sometimes I wear that little pin thing that has the shunt tubing in the ribbon. And I post on Facebook a good bit about it. And let's see. Sometimes I tell people like how they've helped me with like with having, excuse me, how they've helped me while I have hydrocephalus. Like music is a big impact, and I have a lot of friends who do like they're in bands or stuff like that. And I like the music, and whenever I have like a bad headache or I'm anxious about something regarding the hydrocephalus, I listen to their music, and it sort of helps calm me down. Let's see, today, one of the pages that I'd liked, it's some sort of young guy that's up in Washington, I think, D.C. He was talking about, what's his name, Billy Graham. He had studied up, he had been reading about him. And Billy Graham, he's this evangelist that he has normal pressure hydrocephalus. And I just commented that I bet that in all the books that the guy had read, I bet not one of them mentioned that he has normal pressure hydrocephalus. And surprisingly, he replied back, and he was like, "No, I did not know that. Thank you for informing me." And it's, that's sort of just getting that spark out there. Let's see. Three. Yeah, the last one was my third one. And then when my mom and I lived in Colorado, there was like a little local conference, like a weekend thing that we went to. But of the national conferences, only three. And I'm hoping to attend more in the future. Just if you have hydrocephalus, try not to let it consume you about like all the anxieties and worries you may have. Even with hydrocephalus, you can still live a productive life. And tell as many people as you're able to, because we need to get awareness out there.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Babe, do you have any questions that you can think of?
Wait. Okay. Wait. She can't hear me, or she can hear me? No, she can. She can. Okay. Well, if she can, tell her that I also take extra time on tests and quizzes and maybe like her tell me, like, have her say more about her experiences in school and if there's anything else that she struggles with in school with teachers making accommodations. Just say that, like, Dara has it. Dara gets accommodations too. And have you ever had difficulty in college with getting accommodations?
I haven't really had difficulty. The the college that I attend, they we were told what to do to get accommodations, and we've done that. And in addition, I try to tell my teachers just in case I may need accommodations. There was one teacher whose course I had to take because I didn't make a high enough grade in it, and the second semester that I took it, his class, he had made some changes to the to how he taught the class, and that really helped me. Like he would record some of the classes, and he suggested some tutors and things like that.
Wait,
Is there anything
what school does she go to? Like, does she go to like a big school or like a big like like a state college or?
I go to Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi. No, it's not really big. It's see, I was in small schools, 5th through 12th grade, so this was and then I went to a community college after high school. So this because it's one of the smaller schools in Mississippi, I've been able to adjust better. I'm someone that gets lost easily, and it would just be worse on a real big campus, I'm sure.
Is there anything else, babe?
How big is the school?
She just said it was very small.
What?
She said it was small.
How small though? How small is small? Like I have 1,000. Small to some people is 5,000 or 10,000.
I'm not real sure. I do know it has quite a few buildings on it, but compared to schools like Mississippi State and University of Mississippi, it's small.
And those are fairly large schools.
What?
Mississippi State and Ole Miss are fairly large schools. They're big.
Oh, they are big.
They're the two biggest colleges in Mississippi.
Oh.
Like,
Oh.
if you can get to a college in Mississippi, they're like amazing colleges too. So,
No.
just for you. Is there anything else, babe, that you want to ask her?
No.
Um,
Not that I can think of.
this is all our questions.
Thanks for having me. Sorry I couldn't hear any of what y'all were saying.
So much.
No problem. Hope we can do it again sometime.
Same here. Thank you so much. Or, thank you. Thank you.
Alright. I gotta go, so
Okay.
talk to you later.
Bye. Now it's just back to us, babe.
Hmm? Oh.
Back to us.
Just got off.
And so, while you were gone, we had a whole 3 viewers.
Yay!
Yeah, it was amazing.
Who?
I have no idea. I don't know who's viewing it. I know that Desiree was one of them. I know Megan was probably was one of them. I don't know who the third one was, but
Wait. Oh, so you know them.
I wish more people would have watched though. I put up the link everywhere, man.
Yeah.
So it kind
Wait,
of
so you have to stay on for another, like, how many hours?
4 hours.
What are you gonna do?
I'm trying to get a bunch of people. I really am.
I'm sorry, I have to go, like, soon.
I'm trying to get. I even tried to get Lexi and Kiara and all them.
Will, Lexi, Kiara, Will, Nicole,
Nicole's at a graduation party.
Danielle.
She wants to get on. She tried really hard.
Why can't she?
Her Google account thing is messing up on her phone.
Oh.
Marissa was on here for a little bit, which she said she's gonna come back on later.
Was Devin with her?
I think so. I think that was the man's voice that was in the background.
Oh.
But I'm really trying. And I even said, if you want to be part of the live stream, comment your email and I will put you in those live streams.
Right.
And I sent a message to McGee, an invitation to McGee. And I want everybody that can possibly join to join, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just hard. It's hard. Hopefully Will can do it, I hope.
Yeah.
But when I told Lexi, I was like, she was like, why'd you need my email? And I was like, I'm trying to get you part of the live stream.
What'd she say?
Then she didn't message me back.
Don't say that, you're on a live stream.
Well, I'm just saying that she didn't message me back, and then Kiara said that she had. I'm assuming they're going to their grandparents. Because that's what Kiara said. Will, I think he's out of school now, so I think he'll be able to join soon. I'll message him.
Oh. My head hurts.
Why does your head hurt?
I don't know. So nobody's watching.
As of right now, there are 0 viewers.
Well, it's okay. So that means it's just like a normal video chat between you and me?
At the moment, yeah.
Wait, so is it gonna be like recorded or something, or it's just live?
No, it's recorded.
Oh. How does that happen?
What?
How does that happen?
How does that happen?
Yeah.
It happens. It's like you can go on YouTube right now and see that it's happening.
But it'll get recorded?
Yeah, it's recording. Because a live event is recording.
Ah. Oh.
Like, I'm looking at it right now.
Is it gonna be like recorded or something, or it's just live?
No, it's recorded.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That was the video.
Oh.
It's 10-second delay. But if you click if you click a thing on the video, you can ask questions and be part of the audience.
Oh. Okay.
But no one's doing it.
Who them?
Because I have 0 viewers, and I want to keep doing it till 7, but I want to have that strength and determination.
Wait, so I'm so confused. You're gonna have to sit till 7 even if nobody's there. What are you gonna do?
Twiddle my thumbs.
And just look at the screen?
No, I have an idea if no one's here. I'm going to read my poem.
Wait, but you're still just gonna be on. You're just not gonna have to stare.
I'm going to be by myself if you leave.
What?
I'm going to be by myself if you leave.
Yeah, but you won't have to stare at the screen. Right?
Oh yeah, I still will. My camera will be on.
You won't have anything to say, and that's okay, right?
Yeah, but who is going to watch that?
So why can't you like turn it off and then go back on live when somebody else comes?
Because then it's not a live broadcast. This is a live stream. I said I would do this, and I'm going to do it until the end. So, this is for advocacy. This is for hydrocephalus. Even though I don't have anything to talk about, it's for advocacy.
Steven's coming like soon, and then we're meeting Cindy at stuff. Like 10:45. Yeah.
There's something down there. I don't know if it's yours.
Okay. Who's that? What's that? Who's that?
Will
I
said
heard
he
something.
will in a bit.
What?
Will said he will in a bit.
Oh, cool. I'm so tired.
Why are you tired?
I don't know, I'm just really tired. Like, I just got really tired all of a sudden. What's more caffeinated than coffee?
An espresso. A double shot espresso.
Oh. A double?
The worst part about this is I'm hungry.
Yeah?
I don't want to leave. Like, I left twice already to go to the bathroom
Yeah. And?
while I was talking to Madeline,
Yeah.
and I don't want to leave again, so...
No, eat. You have to eat.
I'd rather not.
What?
I'd rather not.
What? No, don't starve yourself. You have to eat.
Okay, for our one viewer, I figured out how for you to ask questions. While you're watching the live stream, there's a thing on the video for you to click and for you to become part of the audience. On the video player itself, it says, click and become part of the audience. Click that and you can ask questions. Click it now. Click it now, and you can ask us questions. Please. Please, ask questions.
What if I made a post or something?
Post on Twitter?
Sure.
Go ahead.
What do I say?
Watch the Hydro Warrior live stream.
Okay.
But, like I said, our one viewer, if you have any questions, click that little thing on the video. It should be right there. And you can become part of the audience and ask us questions. And if you want to ask us questions, just click right there or over there. It's either one of those corners, and you can become part of the audience and ask us questions.
Wait,
We'd love to answer your questions.
do I have to do that little hashtag @ thing?
You don't need to.
Okay. What should I say?
What?
What should I say?
Come watch the Hydro Warrior live stream.
How do they know how to do that?
Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and watch the Hydro Warrior live stream for the LM project. And there you go.
What?
Just say the Hydro Warrior live stream.
Come watch a Hydro Warrior live stream on YouTube, but how do they know what to search?
Search Hydro Warrior live stream.
Okay. Wait, should I hashtag or anything?
No, you're fine.
I tweeted it.
Good. Thank you, babe.
I need coffee.
I think I'm gonna get some coffee here soon.
And you have to go to the bathroom.
What?
And you have to go to the bathroom.
No, I'm fine. I'm hungry though. But like I said, our one viewer, if you want to ask questions, the link should be right there where you can click it and be part of the audience, and you can ask us questions about anything. And even if you're a person with hydrocephalus, it's always nice to have a different perspective and ask questions.
You favorited it.
Yes.
Should I post it on Facebook?
Sure. Hopefully our blog gets posted soon.
Yeah, hopefully.
I think it will. I think, or maybe they're saving it for like when the website comes out. You know?
Maybe they're saving it for September.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Maybe they're saving it for September when the new website comes out. but we're not going to be like the poster children of September either, because they're focusing it on like adults with hydrocephalus and MPH.
I'm an adult. You're an adult. We're 18.
They like want 30-year-olds
Oh. Okay.
and MPH survivors. Because a lot of people, adults with hydrocephalus, feel like it's the association really buckles down and talks about only a lot about babies with hydrocephalus.
Yeah.
The association wants to talk about adults and people with MPH.
Mm.
So yeah.
1 second.
Love you.
Not here. This is going good. It's good. Trust me.
I hope so.
It's worth it.
Could you?
What did I just say? What did I just say before?
Hmm?
What did I just say before to you? 10 minutes ago.
That it's gone.
Something.
That it's gone good.
Something
I don't know.
is. Something is
Something is
better
better
than
than nothing.
good. Yeah. Say it again.
Something is better than nothing.
Say it with like you mean it.
Something is better than nothing.
No, like something is better than nothing.
Something is better than nothing, but I'm doing this to spread advocacy.
Right. So the advocacy that you're giving right now is better than none at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If you could excuse me for 1 second.
Yeah.
Dar,
But
what should I do?
now,
Should I end the live stream early?
what?
Should I end the live stream early?
You should juggle.
Because Beth is coming with Killian.
Wait, but isn't who's supposed to join later?
Ashley is supposed to join.
Will,
Well,
can you re-put it on?
it would be part 2.
Do that. It's up to you. What?
Because I want to watch Killian at their house,
Not at your house?
not at my house, because I can entertain him more at his house.
Oh.
So, I don't know.
Up to you. Well, if you're gonna watch, you have to do a part 2 because you're going to his house. Then you can't keep doing it now.
Well, I'm going to keep going as long as I can here, and then...
Yeah, once you have to leave. Where are they going?
They're going to Kulo's or something like that.
Oh.
So, I have to make my decision quickly.
It's up to you. Whoa, my post is in huge, huge letters. No.
So I think I'm gonna do a part 2 of the live stream.
Yeah, that's fine.
That way it's also easier for people to watch.
For people to watch?
Yeah.
Why?
Because 7 hours is a hard thing to just sit down and watch all together.
Well, they can go in and out, though. They don't have to watch the whole thing. I'm confused. I don't get this.
What?
I don't mind. I'm not tech savvy, so I don't really get how a live stream works.
Well, right now, if you go on YouTube and you search Hydra Warrior live stream for the Ellen Project,
Yeah.
you would find this video. And you'd find me talking about this. Like, you'd find me talking right now.
Uh-huh.
And it's because it's live, but it's also recording.
You can't, like, could they rewind it?
Yeah, once it's done recording.
Oh, okay.
Once I click stop broadcast, it's done.
You should, though, because if they go on and then there's nothing, they're going to be like, oh, this is nothing.
For
and
what?
then once you come back on, then then they can see that you're back on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, because then Will and Ashley will be on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you're fine.
Yeah, I can do a part 2.
Yeah.
When can I do should I end this one?
Well, don't you have to go now?
I have to go soon.
Well, you should end now if you have to go soon.
Okay. Well, to everyone watching, which is 0 people, but hopefully it will be eventually more people that will watch the ridiculousness of all
A
of
million people.
the 3 hours that I was on here for part 1. I will be back on in about 45 minutes for part 2 of the live stream. So part 1, this was part 1, and part 2 is going to be posted soon. Part 2 is going to be starting soon. So I will put on Facebook and Twitter that part 2 is going to be starting probably at like 4:30. And that's going to feature my good friends Will and Ashley. So
Hold on 1 second.
this is the end of part 1, but part 2 is probably going to come at about 4:30 West Pacific time. That'd be 7:30 Eastern time and 6:30 on the Central time. So thank you so much for the people that have been watching for part 1. Part 2 is going to come out the live stream at 4:30. Thank you so much. Be watching for part 2. Thank you.